Hey, well, come back to my Sports Nation channel about this video. She wasn't supposed to be there. Not under the spotlight, not rewriting record books, not alive to the weight of a franchise, a movement, and a legacy all at once. But here she is. Sabrina Ionescu, a player forged in fire, hammered by adversity, now being mobilized via a near-obsessive belief. This is her full tale of becoming the loudest voice in women's basketball from a quiet girl in Walnut Creek, and why she's just getting started. First, in this new game where highlights often overshadow fundamentals, here comes a precious gem, a player who can flash and grind. She has finesse with power, grace with fury. Every dribble, every pass, every buck she makes seems so much more than just another basket in the scorebook. Why? Because for Sabrina, basketball is more. The sport resonates in her very being. It is about every girl told she isn't strong enough, every player told to stay in their lane, every athlete who has fought twice as hard for recognition, half as significant. Sabrina Ionescu was born into an edge on December 6, 1997, when Romanian immigrants Dan and Liliana Ionescu gave birth to her. My father built an environment of competition in the house from an early age, instilling toughness. Apart from being a sibling, her twin brother Eddie was her first rival. Both used to play basketball endlessly, often at each other's throats with the intensity of pros rather than of preteens. The fire molded her, however. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed in his formative years, little did he know that let-her-win mentality did not exist in the Ionescu household. If Sabrina wanted to beat the boys, she'd have to do it, and she always did. Again and again. She had ridiculous stats, over 25 points a game in scoring, forward-like rebounds, and passing like an experienced point guard. But far more than statistics, her leadership was paramount. She was no mere scorer. She imparted leadership to her team. She denied herself even a momentary breath to rush around demanding fast play from swimmers. Heads were going to turn. The consensus around insiders was that when it came to college, she was going to some big-name program to rival UConn or Stanford. Hence, most were shocked when she opted for Oregon, a school with bare minimum prestige and whose name never had an NCAA women's title attached to it. Why? Because she would not join a legacy. She wanted to build one. Oregon had provided her the tapestry for her masterpiece. Right from day one with the Ducks, she was their motor. Special was Sabrina's play at Oregon. Not a scorer anymore. A passer and leader, and there walking triple-double. 26 triple-doubles in her time is the most ever in NCAA history, men's or women's. Consider that. More than Magic, more than Russell Westbrook in college, more than anyone. She was not just winning games, but putting Oregon on a national map. Along with Satu Sabali and Ruthie Hebard, they've turned the Ducks into must-see TV. They beat Blue Bloods, played flashy and hard, filling every arena. Sabrina stayed humble, focused, and obsessed with one thing: winning. In 2019, Sabrina developed a similarly minded connection with Kobe Bryant. That obsession with getting better became a unifying bond. Kobe saw his own reflection in her, and she felt the same reciprocated respect. She would work with him and be around Gigi Bryant, continuously talking about the mentoring that helped her focus. Their bond went deeper than basketball. It became a metaphysical affair. For Sabrina, when Kobe and Gigi passed away in January 2020, everything crumbled. She immediately went to Stanford to play after giving her very emotional speech at Kobe's memorial at the Staples Center. She recorded a triple-double. On that day, she became the first ever NCAA player to win a career record 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 1,000 assists. It wasn't just a stats milestone. It was a legacy moment, resounding and proclaiming to the world that Sabrina Ionescu was built differently. Charged again. A little bit of that reality. She was drafted as the #1 overall in 2020 by New York Liberty in the WNBA draft. But this selection was not just related to basketball. There was much more behind it. Liberty was in the process of renovation. The league was changing, and Sabrina was destined to be the face of this change. Her first performance was excessively awaited. She showed sparks of brilliance instantly, but after just 3 games into her rookie season, she had a severe ankle injury that kept her from playing for the entire year. It could have been a blow for many others. But Sabrina is not like most people. She attacked rehab with the same ferocity she brings to the court. She watched film, worked on her shot mechanics, and came back stronger, smarter, and hungrier. The seasons that followed proved Sabrina's resilience. Every year she improved, refining her court vision, increasing her scoring, and slowly becoming the undisputed leader of the Liberty. In 2023, she set ablaze the WNBA All-Star three-point contest, breaking the all-time record with 37 points, hitting 25 of 27 shots. It was not just a performance, it was a statement. NBA stars like Steph Curry sat dumbfounded. She was not just shooting with the guys, she was shooting better than them. And still she remained humble. Sabrina would be the first to credit her teammates, her coaches, and her mentors. But don't kid yourself. She was the one changing the culture in New York. With the arrival of superstars like Breanna Stewart and Jonquel Jones, the Liberty became title contenders. The beating heart will always be Sabrina, the one who helped set the foundation. Sabrina Ionescu is a movement and not just a hooper, because she has some major deals with Nike. She has a signature shoe, the Nike Sabrina one, which went not just to hit the WNBA, but NBA players and youth athletes as well, and appeared on commercials, magazine covers, and even made her voice on social issues. But fame does not send her mission off course. Basketball is everything for her, getting better, honoring the game and those that came before. She even uses her voice for inspiration. Be it speaking at youth clinics or starting foundations, Sabrina leaves a legacy that speaks to something bigger than just buckets. Opportunity, representation, change. And where does Sabrina Ionescu go from here? The scary part, she is still just beginning to scratch the surface. Young, hungry, and growing. Focused on getting a WNBA title, yes, but also on growing the game. Having individuals, young girls, see themselves in her, and having respect for women's sports be the rule, not the exception. Her legacy is still being written, but the pen is currently in her hand. And every time she wanders into the court, with every shot, every pass, every rebound, she writes history her way. Sabrina Ionescu took the hard road. She made her own. And because of it, she is one of the strongest forces in basketball today. If you liked this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and comment with your favorite moment of Sabrina. Remember, greatness isn't given, it is earned. See you in the next one.